So, hi everybody, this is Dr. Jamie Marich, and I'm very happy to have you join me for this special video interview with somebody who's in my family. That's rare that this happens on one of my live casts or YouTube videos. So, I'd like to introduce you to Chase Realty. And Chase is my cousin. He is specifically the son of my cousin I was probably closest to growing up. So this is really cool to see and get to know Chase as a young man. You're how old now, Chase?
12 turning 13.
12 turning 13. And I've been following really a lot of Chase's interests with expression, with writing, with doing movement and gymnastics, and now recently makeup. So Chase has an Instagram page and a TikTok and a YouTube channel that I know he'll be telling you about his interest in makeup. So Chase, tell us how you got into it.
It was more of like me finding out who I was because I have two older sisters and I look up to them and I like to be like them. And it was also like I was bullied a lot, and so I wanted to like fit in, which I know is like not the case. You and everyone has to have a reason to stand out. So it was really a matter of me finding what I like and also what makes me unique. And
Mhm.
I also really loved art. So I think that was where I really got in. And also I liked gymnastics. I liked like face painting as well. So I think maybe makeup was like the next step towards it.
Mhm. So, a lot of my listeners and viewers are interested in this thing we call expressive arts, which is using any type of medium, whether it's movement or writing or makeup or artwork of any kind to express yourself. So, what do you feel you're able to express about yourself when you do makeup?
I think when I'm able to express myself with makeup is like what I could express myself with is more of like my personality.
Mhm. Yeah,
With my makeup, I could like show that.
yeah, yeah. And I know for me, following your Instagram page, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I see a very colorful personality who has a lot of creativity in him. And I also see somebody who really doesn't care a lot about what the world thinks. I don't know if I'm right about that or not.
It's more of like a lot of like kids at school that I had to overcome before like the world. But like I used to like be so self-conscious and like what everyone thought about me, but like I just like kind of broke out of that shell and I became more confident and more strong, and I met my best friend to this day who would like to be kept private, who has like the same interest in me, and that bond helped me grow stronger as like an influencer, and how I like how like hear people talk about me, and basically just made me stronger to where I really don't care what anybody else thinks. It's more of just what I like, and that's what matters.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're comfortable talking about it, I'd like to ask you a question about this idea of smashing norms. Because one of the hashtags I've seen you use is boys who wear makeup. And I've, gone to school with boys over the years who wear makeup and really try to, bend or not follow gender rules. So what is your feelings about that?
Like I feel like just people shouldn't do what they want. Like it really doesn't matter. Like girls are not like they can't just do that, and boys cannot just do football or baseball.
Hmm.
They can do whatever they want. Like as long as you're doing what you like, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I admire that. And I'm so admiring of you that you realized that young because it took me a long, long time to be cool with that, which is awesome, Chase. So tell us about your YouTube channel because I've watched a couple of your YouTube videos. I think they're very well produced. You have a very nice instructional quality with them. So where can people find you on YouTube, and what do you like about doing those videos?
They can find me at just Chase Realty on YouTube, and what I like about it is because I get to express myself, but also show people like different techniques and how to get a certain look rather than just like on my Instagram where I just show a picture
Hmm.
or like video saying what I did. So I really like to help out others and like also express my creativity and my personality with YouTube.
Yes, and please check out his YouTube channel. A lot of you who follow my work know I do a lot of tutorials and interviews, and these are fantastic, what Chase is able to do. So tell us about the look that you prepared today. What you did with your face today?
This is more of like natural. This is what I like to do a lot of the time. Um, I do like to like go out of my comfort zone a little bit and do a lot of like just want to do a nice makeup look. I would just put this on and I feel like just a nice normal brown, like very light nude eyeshadow would really complement the like beginner side, which I want everyone to know like there's an easy way to do makeup, but there's also a very like challenging and expressing way to do it.
Hmm. And have you all been self-taught, or have you used some other instructional videos to help you?
Um, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, but I really just decided to see what I can do myself,
Mhm.
but following those videos with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful because I've watched other makeup tutorials before, yet I think you bring a lot of your own personality and expression to what you've learned, and I'm excited to see how you'll keep growing with that. So wonderful, and the face painting as well. We could see a lot of that on Instagram. So tell us about your Instagram handle. That is at Chase Real Makeup. Yep,
Yes.
wonderful, and you have a TikTok too. You're working all the networks, and how could folks find you on TikTok?
Just at Chase Realty.
At Chase Realty. Oh, that's fantastic. So, anything else you want to say to my listeners? Because a lot of my listeners are people who work in therapy, who work with a lot of people who struggle with being themselves. So, what is one thing you would just want my listeners to know that they can learn from you?
Don't be afraid to show who you are. Make sure you know what you want to do and don't let anybody else stop you from doing that.
I love that. I love that. So, do you have any plans for the summer?
Not really.
Not really.
Just
Just
maybe like make
just
YouTube videos.
making YouTube videos, right? Taking a break. So how was your school year this year with everything that happened with the pandemic?
It was good. I mean, there was some stressful parts, like all the times, like like you almost humiliated yourself when you got the question wrong, even though you said the right answer, but like the masks like interpret it the wrong way.
Yeah. So I think my final question for you is when you and I hang out together sometime and go to an event, will you do my makeup for me?
Yes,
Because I only do some of the bare basics for myself, but I would love to have you paint my face and get some of your fun eye looks.
I will do that.
Chase, so good talking to you today, and you could come back anytime and share on my YouTube channel.
Okay.